Welcome everybody to the channel, and today we got a game 9 in our Mount Rushmore of Rotations tournament, the first series of the second round. It's the 1906 Cubs taking on the 1939 Yankees, and the Yankees took a 3-0 lead in this series as Chicago has battled their way back to tie it up at 4 games each. This is a winner take all here at Westside Grounds, and the Chicago fans, I'm sure, are all worked up over this one. Today it's going to be game 4 there are 4 starters for each team. Carl Lundgren, who, if you remember correctly, I brought him in relief in a game, and then he started the next game, and it screwed up his stamina. My bad on that. But here I've been very careful with him, and he is ready to go. He can go much longer this time around, even though he hasn't been very good in this tournament. He's pitched 13 innings and given up 12 earned runs, walked 6 and struck out 8. He's got a 7.62 ERA. So not a great showing there from Lundgren. And the Yankees are going to send Monty Pearson to the mound. So here we go, first inning here at Westside Grounds in Chicago, and this should be a good one. Cubs have really battled back, and here comes Frankie Cressetti to step in. Cressetti batting .246. He's driven in 6 runs in this tournament. The pitch to Cressetti to start this game, 6-2-6. That's going to be a base hit. Got a hold of one there, but he's on with a leadoff single. That's going to bring up Red Ralph. Ralph, .318. He's had a good series, good tournament. He's batting .318. 4 runs batted in. The pitch to Ralph, 5-2-1. There's going to be a fly ball. Center field, Slagle's there. He's got it. And there is one away here in the first. Whoop. Gotta turn these sounds off. Here comes Tommy Heinrich. Heinrich struggling in this series, 194 in the tournament. No homers, 2 runs batted in. There's a 5.53. That's going to be ball 4. He walked him. And now we're going to roll on the M chart. 2-2 is going to be a pass ball. Kling. Not good. It's a 4, and it's going to get by him all the way to the backstop. Runners will move up. It's now second and third with only 1 out. They bring the infield in. They know it's going to be a tight game, and here comes DiMaggio. Of course, you don't want to give DiMaggio. They might put him on here with Bill Dickey. DiMaggio's hitting .365, but he is in the middle of an 0 for 10 spot. The last 2 games, he's gone hitless. They're going to pitch to him. Might be a bad move here, but the pitch to DiMaggio, it sure is 6.63. That one's hit. Well hit. If he rolls higher than a 2, it's gone. Oh, it's going to be a base hit. That's going to score 2, maybe 2. Nope. They're going to send Hendrick. They're throwing home. Here comes the throw by Slagle. And he is out at the plate. But they get a run on the DiMaggio single. And that's going to bring up Bill Dickey. 2 outs. Dickey hitting .245. He's got a pair of homers. 6-1-1. Fly ball deep to left. Back goes Sheckard. He'll make the catch near the track to end the inning. Did they even have tracks back then? Warning tracks? All right, Monty Pearson takes the mound, and Monty 1-1 with a 6.59 ERA in this tournament. He will face this Chicago team has really picked things up in the last few games. Here's Jimmy Slagle to lead it off. 232. No homers, no runs batted in. Let's see if he's scored 4 runs. So kind of wish he'd be a little more productive as a leadoff guy, but he does give them some great defense, and he does have some speed. 25 stolen bases. He's only 1 for 5, though, in the tournament. Bill Dickey has had his number in this series. The pitch to Slagle. 2-6-5. That's got a little looper out to right. Tommy Heinrich coming in on it. And he will make the grab. Nice running grab by Henrik. And that's 1 out. That's going to bring up Jimmy Sheckard. Sheckard having a great series. 346. 1 homer, 7 runs batted in. The pitch to Sheckard. 5-6-2. And he walked him. Sheckard draws a 1-out walk. And now he's going to try to get a lead here. And he does. There he goes. The throw down. Not in time. Sheckard with his, I think his 4th or 5th stolen base of the tournament. He's at second with 1 out for Frank Schulte. Schulte, 302, 1 homer, 9 runs batted in. 2-2-6. Base hit into left field. Here comes Sheckard rounding third, and they're gonna put the stop sign up. Schulte, he had the option not to steal here, and he will not. First and third, only 1 out for Frank Chance. And Frank Chance has been the cog. He hasn't homered, but he's driven in 6. He's hitting .392. The pitch to Frank Chance, 4-3-6. On the ground, second base Gordon. Can't get it. It off the heel of his glove, and in to score comes Sheckard. It's 1-1 here in the first. So, still first and second with only 1 out for Harry Steinfeld. Steinfeld under 300 now, hitting .261. He has driven in 6 runs. The pitch, 5-1-5. And he walked him. It's going to load the bases, so Pearson's in trouble here in the first. It's going to bring up Joe Tinker. Tinker hitting .306. 5 runs batted in. The pitch. Oh my, he's going to walk a run in. So Pearson struggling here in the first. He'll walk a runner to make it 2-1 Cubs. Wild pitch, a 1. It'll be blocked by Dickey. Keeps everybody at bay there. So still only 1 out, and here comes Johnny Evers. Evers hitting only .234, but he has driven in 7 runs. He's been fairly productive. The pitch, 1-5-1. That's going to be strike 3. Pearson gets Evers for the second out. He's going to leave it up to Johnny Kling. Johnny Kling has really struggled in this tournament. 191. He's driven only 2 runs. The pitch to Johnny Kling, and he struggled defensively too. 3-3-4. There's a shot. This one's going to the gap. This might clear the bases. Tinker rounding third. will score. And Klingel's going to go to third. Bases clearing double here in the first. And that might be it for Monty Pearson. Yankees going to throw everything at him. Red Ruffing is going to come in to pitch. He would have been the game 1 starter. But now he's called into duty here to try to slow this Chicago team down. Here's Solly Hoffman, 5-1-5. And he walked him. So already four walks here in the first inning. Now Hoffman trying to get a lead. He cannot. It's going to bring up Slagle. Slagle 0 for 1. The pitch. 1-3-4. And he got him on strikes. The inning's finally over. Ruffing gets out of the inning, but not before the Cubs put together 5-run inning to take a 5-1 lead into the second inning. This is why it's called the Mount Rushmore of Rotations tournament. When your number 4 starter gets pounded around like that, it's hard to keep these offenses down. You got to have 1 through 5 have a tough starters, and Lundgren is a number 4 starter, and he's got a 2.21 ERA. I mean, I guess like in 1906, that was the equivalent of high threes or 4.1 something, but still. Here's Charlie Keller. Can the Yankees come back from this? Charlie Keller leads it off. Keller hitting .255, .242. And that's going to be a base hit. Charlie Keller slaps. Oh, he popped him up. Jeez. I did not pay attention there. He's got the asterisk at column 2. And that's going to be a pop-up to first. 1 away for George Selkirk. 4-3-6. Ooh. That's a ground out. I accidentally hit 2 instead of 6. Playing a little sloppy here early on. Let's see what we got here. Joe Gordon steps in. He's batting .222. He really has not gotten on track here in this tournament. 3-6-4. There's a line drive to short. That'll end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the second. Here's Sheckard. He walked his last time up and scored. 6-3-4. Popped him up. Short fly. Center fielder DiMaggio's coming in. Will make the catch as he calls off Crosetti. And there's 1 away. Here's Frank Schulte. Singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. 3-6-2. There's a line shot. Base hit into right field. A 1-out single, and Schulte's on first for Frank Chance. He was on an error by Joe Gordon his first time up. The pitch to Frank, 5-3-5. And he walked him. He walks Chance, and that's got to be like the 5th walk, I believe, of this game already for Yankee pitchers. So now Ruffing's got himself a little trouble going on here. Series Steinfeld. He walked his first time up. The pitch to Steinfeld, 4-2-4. That one's on the ground. And he's going to go to first with it and get the runner at first. Runners move up. Second and third, 2 outs now. Here's Joe Tinker, who walked with the bases loaded his last time up. 4-5-6. On the ground to second. This time Gordon fields it, throws it to first, and the inning's over. So they strand 2. We head to the top of the third. It's 5-1 Cubs. Here's Babe Dahlgren, batting 190. The bottom of this Yankee lineup has been disappointing, to say the least, especially in this series. Pitch to Dahlgren, 2-3-2, and he strikes him out. Lundgren gets Dahlgren on strikes. And that's 1 out here in the third. Here's Frankie Crosetti. Singled his last time up and scored the game's first run. The pitch to Crosetti, 1-1-6. Got him on strikes. Lundgren gets the second strikeout. And there's 2 away here in the third. Leaves it up to Ralph. Ralph flew to center his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 5-6-2. And he's going to walk him. He missed on the outside, and that's going to bring Tommy Heinrich to the plate. Henrik walked his first time up. He is due for a big one here. The pitch to Tommy Henrik. Not going to happen. 4-1-6. Chopper towards second. Evers gets it on the hop, throws it over to first, and the inning's over. So the Cubs come up here in the bottom of the third, and they lead it 5-1. Johnny Evers to lead it off. Evers struck out his first time up. 4-6-1. This one's chopped towards first. It's going to get off the glove of Dahlgren. Couldn't quite get to it, and everybody's safe. Evers is safe, and he's on first with a leadoff single. He's going to try to get a lead here. And there he goes. The throw. Just in time. Evers beats it out. The throw was there, but the tag was late. And Evers steals second. That'll bring up Johnny Kling, whose bases loaded double really broke things open in the first. 2-6-6. There's a little looper into right field. Henrik coming in, and he can't get it. It's going to drop in front of him. Base hit. Here comes Evers rounding third. He's going to score, and the Cubs lead it 6-1. The crowd from Chicago going crazy here at West Side Grounds. It's going to bring up Solly Hoffman, who walked his first time up. And we continue into that column 5. Another walk. And Ruffing's going to go to his B grades already. Pass ball, and it's going to get by Dickey all the way to the backstop. Runners move up. Second and third for Jimmy Schlegel. Oh, jeez. Schlegel, base hit, into the corner. They're going to hold him to a single. 1 run comes in, and it's 7-1. Cubs are leaving no doubt in this game. Unbelievable. They're going to bring in Spud Chandler with runners at the corners and nobody out. We're going to play in at the corners, And the middle infield will play, looking for a double play. Hard to double play, hard to double up these Cubs. The pitch. 2-1-5. That's going to get a run in. Little chopper, slow. Back to the pitcher. Chandler's going to go to first with it and get the run, or the out. Run will score. It's 8-1. This is not turning out the way the Yankees had hoped. Brings up Frank Schulte, who's 2 for 2 today. Runner at second, 1 out. 3-5-2. There's a drive towards the gap. It's going to get by DiMaggio all the way to the wall. Schulte will go in standing at second with a 1-out double, and it's 9-1. Here's Frank Chance, 0 for 1. He's been on base both times, though. An error and a walk. 4-5-1. There's a chopper towards first. Dahlgren will take it to the bag and take the sure out. Schulte will go into third. So 2 outs. Runner at third for Harry Steinfeld. 4-6-5. Ground ball to short. This should end the inning finally. Cressetti over to first and the inning's over, but 4 more runs cross the plate for the Cubs. They now lead it 9-1, and they can sense a second round, or moving on to the it would be the semifinals. We're in the quarterfinals right now. Here's Joe DiMaggio to lead it off. He's singled in a run his first time up. 6-1-1. That's going to be base hit. DiMaggio with a base hit. He's 2 for 2 now. It's going to bring up Bill Dickey. 3-6-4. That's going to be a base hit. Into right field. One hopper. Schulte comes up throwing, but DiMaggio will slide into third. And runners at the corners with nobody out for the Yankees. They need to start pecking away here. Here's Charlie Keller. Keller 0 for 1. 4-3-1. Ground ball. Knocked down, but can't make a play. Into score comes DiMaggio. Everybody's safe. It's 9-2. And still nobody out. So the Yankees threatening here in the fourth. Down 9-2. That's going to bring up George Selkirk. Nobody out. 5-1-1. And he walked him. The bases are loaded as Lundgren starts to falter here in the fourth. And Joe Gordon, they need something from Joe Gordon. 218 in this tournament. He's got no home runs. He hit 28 during the year, and he has not been able to connect in the playoff. 4-1-5. That's a grounder towards short. Tinker will get the force, and a run will score. He gets the force at second, and nothing more. So 1 out, another run comes in. It's 9-3. It's going to bring up Babe Dahlgren. Let's see, I think I started Dahlgren. They don't really have any left-handed hitters on the bench except for Gehrig. And so Dahlgren will bat. He does have a home run in this tournament. 1 out, 2 men on. They're looking for a double play ball. The pitch. 6-3-3. Fly ball. This could get a run in. It should. Sheckard makes the catch. Into score. And it's 9-4. So the Yankees have picked up 3 runs in this inning. That's a start. And that'll bring up Frankie Cressetti. 2 outs, a man at first. The pitch to Cressetti. 3-2-4. I don't think you can get a hit off that. Nope. Fly ball to right. This will end the inning. Schulte's got it. And the Cubs get out of the inning without any further damage. It's now 9-4. And Joe Tinker will lead it off here to start the bottom half. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out. 1-3-3. And popped him up. Third base side. Ralph's there. He's got it. And there's one away. Johnny Evers. 1 for 2 on the day. 1-1-5. That's a base hit. Little chopper. He's going to beat it out. A hurried throw by Ralph. But it's dug out of the dirt by Dahlgren. Keeps Evers at first base. So Evers is on with a 1-out single. That'll bring up Johnny Kling. And Johnny Kling having one of his better days. 2 for 2 with 4 runs batted in. The pitch to Kling. 1-4-1. And he popped him up. Again, Ralph there makes the catch for the second out. That's going to leave it up to Solly Hoffman, who's walked twice today. 3-6-1. That's going to be a liner to short, caught by Crosetti for the final out. No runs in the inning. We head to the 5th. It's 9-4. Cubs on top. Here's Red Ralph to lead it off. 2-1-6. Little chopper towards second. Evers charges, tosses it to first, and got him. One away. Brings up Tommy Heinrich. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out. Pitched 5-6-2. And he walked him. That'll bring up Joe DiMaggio. 2 for 2 today. He's driven in a run. They could use a belt here from Joe DiMaggio. The pitch to DiMaggio. 3-4-3. It's going to be a possible rare play. Nope, possible hit. And DiMaggio's a 4. Hendrick's a 4. So you might as well go for the runner on first. Throw to second. Not in time. He's going to beat it out. They're going to give DiMaggio a single. And then Lundgren's going to go to his B grades. Lundgren. See if he can get another batter. One more batter on his B grades. He's 1 for 2. Dickey steps to the plate. 4-5-1. Grounded to first. Hit hard. Right at Frank Chance. Throws to second. And he'll get the runner at second, but Tinker has no play at first. 2 outs now. Runners at the corners for Charlie Keller. Here's the pitch to Keller. 4-6-5. Ground ball to short. This will end the inning. Tinker over to first, and the game is left at 9-4. Back to his A grades goes Lundgren. What a tough job there by Lundgren as he gets through the 5th. Stays 9-4, and here comes the Cubs. Slagle to lead it off. 3-1-1. Slagle 1 for 3. And there's going to be a base hit. Little looping single into right. And we got the leadoff runner on for Jimmy Sheckard. And they're going to do the hit and run here. 4-3-3. There's a swing. Grounded to third. Ralph's going to have to go to first with it. Slagle goes into second. So a swinging bunt pretty much. And Slagle at second base. Here's Frank Schulte, the Yankees, looking at their bullpen. Here in the 5th. You want to bring in Russo, but might be a little too early. See if Spud Chandler can get through this 5th inning. Here's Schulte. 1-5-3. That's going to be a ground ball. Short. Oh, and Schlegel with a gutsy move will go to third. He was running on contact, and Cressetti just calmly threw it to first to get the runner. So 2 outs now. It's going to leave it up to Frank Chance. Chance 0 for 2, I'm sorry. 5-3-5. And he walked him. That's got to be 7 walks now for the Cubs. Chance is not going to try to steal here. With Steinfeld up and Chandler on his B grades. 2 outs. They're going to let him pitch this one. See if he can get out of this inning. 3-2-1. Oh no, it's going to be a base hit. That's going to get a run in. Makes it 10-4. And a runner will go to third, Chance. And it's 10-4, and that's going to be it for Spud Chandler. Here comes Oral Hildebrand, who's... I think he's had a few appearances in this series. He's only pitched 2 innings, though. His first batter he's going to face is Joe Tinker. Tinker, 0 for 2. 3-4-5. That's going to be a possible wild pitch. Or, I'm sorry, a possible error. Or a possible hit. Tinker, dribbler to the mound. Have to go to the runner at first. And they got him. Nice play by Hildebrand to get the out. And the inning's over, but the Cubs add another run. It's 10-4 as we head to the 6th. Time is running out for these Yankees. Here comes Selkirk to lead it off. 4-5-1. On the ground to first. Chance will make the play. Stays with it. And goes to the bag for the out. 1 away. There's Joe Gordon, 0 for 2. 1-4-4. Grounder, second base. Evers over to first. 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th. So leaves it all up to Babe Dahlgren. Dahlgren has had a sacrifice fly. He drove in a run and he's struck out. So he's 0 for 1. 4-2-5. On the ground to short. Tinker over to Chance. And the inning's over. Bottom of the 6th. Here's Johnny Evers to lead it off. 2 for 3 on the day. 3-3-6. Shot towards the gap. This one's going to get down. DiMaggio's going to cut it off, but it's too late. Evers strolls into second with a double. And now he might try to steal third. He's trying to get a lead. He does. There he goes. Throw down. Not in time. Evers with a stolen base. He is now at third with nobody out. This Chicago Cubs team keeps coming at you. Kling has had a big day, 2 for 3. He's driven in 4 runs. Infield, got to play in. You can't allow another run. The pitch to Kling. Oh, geez. Kling having his best day. This one's driven into center field. Base hit. Evers will come in to score. It's 11-4. The Cubs keep piling on. And they're not letting up. Kling's trying to get a lead. He will not get one, though. That'll bring up Sally Hoffman. And now they're going to do a little bit of a hit and run. Ooh, 6-6-5. There's a ground rule double into center field. Kling will have to stay at third as the ball bounds into the stands out there in left center. Another big hit by these Cubs hitters. And here comes Jimmy Slagle, who's got 2 hits today. Infield. It's like they've given up. They're not playing in. Got to play in. You can't allow another run. Slagle, 6-1-5. This is going to be a fly ball. This should get the run in. Right field, Heinrich comes in. Will throw it into second. As another run comes in, it's 12-4. Brings up Jimmy Sheckard, 0 for 3. Three, 1-2. There's a line drive caught by the third baseman. Hoffman gets back. 2 outs for Frank Schulte, who's had a big day. 3 hits today for Schulte. 1-4-4. He struck him out. Schulte goes down on strikes, but Cubs add 2 more, and they now lead it by 8, 12-4. It's looking like a foregone conclusion that the Cubs are going to be moving on. Crosetti. Five, 6-6. He's 1 for 3. And he walked him. Lundgren walks the leadoff batter. Brings up Ralph. Ralph's 0 for 2. 2-6-6. This one's a little floater into right field. Schulte can't get it. It's going to fall in. A base hit. Crosetti stops at second. And the Yankees have 2 runners on. They're not giving up. Here's Tommy Heinrich. 0 for 1 today. 1-1-4. There's a base hit. In the center field. Slagle quickly gets it back in. We got a bases loaded, nobody out. And that'll bring up Joe DiMaggio, who's 3 for 3 today. DiMaggio, 1 swing here could make this a game again. The pitch, 1-2-4. That's not going to do it. That's going to be a double play ball. Hit to second. Evers, the tinker. Back to Chance. Double play. A run will score, but they'll take that. 2 outs for a run here in the 7th. So big play to get DiMaggio on the double play ball. That's going to bring up Bill Dickey. Dickey 1 for 3. 1-5-6. He popped him up. Second base side. Evers. He gloves it and the inning's over. So bases loaded, nobody out, and they only give up a run. A fair trade-off as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Cubs on top, 12-5. Here's Frank Chance to lead it off. Frank Chance, one of the best hitter in this series, and he's got an 0 for 2 today. They've got 3 batters with 3 hits or more, or 3 hits. Schulte, Evers, and Kling all have 3 hits today. Here's Chance. 1-5-5. And oh, I missed it. I got sidetracked. I got a text and I went to look at it and missed the play. I'm pretty sure it was a pop out or a strikeout, one of the two. Strikeout. Chance swings and misses. Here's Steinfeld. Steinfeld 1 for 3. 3-6-4. Liner towards short. Caught by Crosetti for the second out. Joe Tinker. 4-5-3. On the ground. Rolf over to first, and the inning's over. We head to the 8th. The Yankees have 2 more at-bats left. Charlie Keller will lead it off. He's 1 for 3. Whoops. Gonna roll those again. Has lost one of my dice. There we go. 6-2-2. Going to the ballpark card. Base hit. Charlie Keller leads it off with a single. That'll bring up Selkirk. Selkirk 0 for 2. 3-3-4. He lines out there for the first out. Here's Joe Gordon. Gordon 0 for 3. 2-2-4. Base hit. Keller will stop at second. Yankees definitely don't want to run themselves out of an inning here. Lundgren goes to his B grades. It's going to bring up Babe. Dahlgren 0 for 2. 2-2-3. And that would have, I think, with Lundgren, would have been a pop-out, but instead, on his B grade, that's a base hit. And they're going to stop Keller at third. It's going to load the bases for Frank Crosetti. Jack Taylor is going to come in to pitch. He would have been the next starter in line. Here's Crosetti. Bases loaded. The pitch. 3-3-1. Short fly ball to center field. Tagging up is Keller. And he will score. It's 12-6. So now first and second after the sacrifice fly. And Red Ralph will step in. 1 for 3. 5-4-4. This should get him out of the inning. Little ground ball to second. Evers tosses it to first, and the inning's over. They give up another run, but pretty meaningless when you're up by 6 now. And there's only one more at bat for the Yankees left. Here's Johnny Evers stepping in. He's 3 for 4 on the day. 5-2-2. Ground ball to second. Gordon up with it. Over to first. 1 out. 1 up and 1 down here in the 8th inning. Here's Johnny Kling. 1-1-6. Kling with a base hit. His 4th hit of the day. He is really... He was batting under 200, I believe, and now he's up to 235. No error on the play. So Kling on with his 4th hit. Now we're going to leave it up to Solly Hoffman. 5-6-3. Ground ball to short. They'll get the force at second. Gordon has no play at first. Now Solly Hoffman's going to try to get a lead. He cannot. He's going to leave it up to the top of the order. Jimmy Slagle, 2 for 4 on the day. 2, 3, 4. This should end the inning. He struck him out. Hildebrand has done a wonderful job out of the bullpen for the Yankees. Giving them some opportunities to put some runs up. But no matter. The lead was just too big to overcome. Now Taylor trying to close it out against the Yankees. 3 outs away from moving on to the next round for the Chicago Cubs. Here's Hendrick. He's 1 for 2. 2 for 2. There's a fly ball center field. Slagle camps under it, makes the catch, and there's one away. Here's Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio, 3 for 4. He's had a good series, but one man can only do so much. 4-1-5. On the ground to short, Tinker is a 44, and he is going to boot it off his glove and into short center field. And DiMaggio's on the error by Tinker. It's going to bring up Bill Dickey. 5-5-3. Dickey, 1 for 4, and he's going to draw a walk. 2 men on for the Yankees. But Kling will keep it in front of him. Runners will not move up on that pitch in the dirt. It's going to bring up Charlie Keller. Keller's had a couple hits today. 2 for 4. Pitch to Keller, 6 for 6. Keller with a line single into left field. He went the other way with it. Sheckard stays in front of it and hurries it back in. He'll keep DiMaggio at third. Bases are loaded, 1 out, and here comes George Selkirk. Selkirk 0 for 3 today. 4-3-6. On the ground, this could be 2. Evers to Tinker, to Chance, double play, game over. Like that, it ends. And the Cubs have done the impossible, down 3-0, come back and win this series 5-4. What a game, and what a showing by this Cubs offense. They pound out 14 hits off Yankee starter and bullpen. Yankee pitchers, I should say. 2 big double plays. Lundgren takes the win. He's 2-0 now in this tournament. Gave up 5 earned on 11 hits, but it was enough. Monty Pearson got roughed up. Only gave up 1 earned. 5 runs were scored on him. Only gave up 1 earned. But Ruffing came in and got roughed up. Hildebrand gave up 2 runs. I didn't think he gave up anything, but he did give up 2 runs on 4 hits in his 3 1/3 innings. But that's it. Cubs. Let's take a look at the series stat. Who would you give the MVP to here? DiMaggio hit .439 in the series, 2 home runs, drove in 6 runs. By far the best hitter of the series. Rudd Ralph had a good series, but DiMaggio, a little better slugging, had more hits, scored more runs. Easily, DiMaggio was the best player for the Yankees. But the Cubs are the ones who won this. Yankee team ERA was 3.84 for the series. Chicago, look at that. Their ERA was not great in this series, but their offense hit 311, led by Jimmy Sheckard, Frank Chance, Johnny Kling ended up hitting 324. Hoppin, 6 players in their lineup hit over 300 for the series. Scored 45 runs. They were actually outscored by the Yankees, but the Cubs out-hit them big time. And then pitching-wise, Mordecai got hurt covering first on that play in his first start. Never was the same after that. He was 0-2 with a 4.63, unlike him. Yankees offense was legit. They actually no starter was under a 3 ERA. So who do you give it to? Sheckard scored 9 runs, drove in 8. That's who you give it to right there. Jimmy Sheckard takes home the MVP, 359. He did homer, 8 RBIs, scored 9 times. He was very productive for the Chicago Cubs. That's it from here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for the next series.